we have what is called the default mode network, and it's interlinkages between our medial, our prefrontal, and our frontal cortex that is responsible for how we perceive the past and how we perceive the future. And psychologists believe that this is largely what makes up our ego. And so when we connect with plant medicines, when we connect with psychedelics, we are dampening the default mode network. And so in dampening the default mode network, we're able to quiet the thoughts of rumination, of getting into these thought loops that, may lead to depression or anxiety or put us in a space of contractive energy, and we can be present with what is. And so in that expanded space of awareness, we're able to be more in the moment. And there are all kinds of, depending on the dosages, you can feel more present or feel more creative. And it's all a matter of your own biology, body weight, how your body processes these medicines. But at large doses, when we engage with plant medicines in a sacred way, in a way that, allows us to connect with them in a space of safety, we are practicing dying. We're practicing our own death so that we are living a life of integrity, so that we're living a life that is in alignment with our soul, with spirit. And all of that to say that, that these are powerful medicines that allow us to connect more deeply with the universal nature of, how the natural world around us operates. I see microdosing as a more accessible way to tap people into the possibility of macrodosing, of having a heroic journey, because I believe that is how we change the world through psychedelics, by giving people the ability to be in connection with their own death. We have such a taboo around death and dying and, all of the industry around that, and shame and fear and disconnection from the actual death and dying process, that when we give ourselves the gift of dying before we die, we were able to see our life in a more clear way of what it is that is going to maximize our impact while we're here.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I do guide clients. I do facilitate ceremonies for clients in 5, 6, 7 gram journeys. And my program itself focuses around microdosing because I like to give people an incremental step towards feeling comfortable going into that space, because not everybody is feeling called to just jump into a big ego dissolution space, because it can be really scary, and it should be scary because these are medicines that are sacred and are meant to be honored because they're powerful.
Yeah.
And I have had friends who have used psychedelics in unintentional and neglectful of their own consciousness ways and have had psychotic breaks. They've gone on 6-month, complete disconnection from reality and having paranoid, illusions. And it was really scary to experience and support them through that. And all of that to say that we, these are, like I said, they're very powerful, and they are meant to be honored and received with intention.